A week from Wednesday, an attorney from Hemlock will be arguing a case before the U.S. Supreme Court. The case is known as Pung versus Isabella County, a property tax foreclosure case that could have ramifications all across the nation. Other counties here in Michigan have been asked to help chip in for Isabella County's legal bill. But as ABC 12's Terry Camp tells us, none in our area, as far as we know, have contributed.
There has been failure at every step of government along the way here.
And attorney Phil Ellison says that failure began more than a decade ago when Isabella County claimed Michael Pung owned about $1,600 in property taxes on this Mount Pleasant area home, but he didn't.
Mike Pung took it to the Michigan Tax Tribunal and won. And despite winning, the local tax assessor secretly put it back on the taxes at the last second and increased his tax bill by about $1,600.
Isabella County eventually seized the home through property tax foreclosure, put it up for auction, selling it for about $76,000, even though the home was worth about $200,000 a decade ago. Court rulings determined the county had to give back the proceeds of the auction sale to Mike Pung. But now the U.S. Supreme Court could take this a step further, as Ellison will argue that the county owes the family what the house was valued at, not what it got in an auction sale.
When a county like Isabella sells a $200,000 house that it knows is that, has that amount of value, and they sell it for 40% of its value, you can't just give back the surplus. You have to use the fair market value as the start of the calculation, not the auction price.
We've learned Isabella County is trying to get other county treasurers in the state to help pay for the legal expenses in this fight. Ellison provided this document, which shows Berrien County on the west side of the state is sending $15,000 to Isabella County, something Ellison believes is not fair to taxpayers.
They're using their pocketbooks to try to bolster and keep an illegal system in place that hurts people. For many people, the loss of a family home is a generational loss that it will take years and years and years to recover from. And most of these governments just don't care.
That was our Terry Camp reporting. Now, Matt Nelson from the firm released a statement on behalf of the law firm Warner Norcross and Judd, which represents Isabella County, writing in part, as a personal representative for the estate of his late nephew, Michael Pung had a duty to follow established Michigan law, file an affidavit, and pay property taxes on the home in Isabella County. He received repeated reminders of his obligation over the course of 7 years. Mr. Pung had repeated opportunities to pay the property taxes, file an affidavit, or file an appeal, yet he failed to take any of these steps. End of quote. But again, Ellison claims that tax was never owed. We spoke with the Pung family member, and she says they're ready for their day at the Supreme Court, and they hope to help other families in the future.